Let's start with Ron Rivera. We know the Washington Commanders have a situation and a need at quarterback. Do we think that it'll be any of the guys we talked to today already or somewhere else in the market? Jason, what's the latest there?
Well, look, they're trying to do anything remotely possible to upgrade at the quarterback position, and there's some frustration in that organization, and there's sort of now a realistic assessment that this is going to be exceedingly difficult. In that organization, they don't think Aaron Rodgers or Russell Wilson are going to be traded, and if they are, they're not very certain that the Washington Commanders would be able to sell those guys, that's the spot to end your career. Jimmy Garoppolo is not someone they're particularly high on, and he's now injured. Carson Wentz, when you talk to people in that organization, they're not sure that's much of an upgrade over what they've been doing. So that leaves you with the draft, right? I mean, yes, there's a Gardner Minshew trade possibly to be made, but what is that, right? I mean, the free agent options, I think there's some interest in Jameis Winston, but there's also a sense in this industry that all things being equal, Jameis Winston probably headed back to New Orleans where he was on a pretty good trajectory. So I would not be surprised if they end up drafting a quarterback when all is said and done. That's not necessarily with where they're picking right now. That could involve maybe trading down. But there's a lot of people kind of banging their head against the wall right now. And that's not just in Washington either. Supply and demand don't add up for these teams right now at the quarterback position.
They're going to have to go all in on Russell Wilson, I believe. You turn nothing into something like Rumpelstiltskin, Russell Wilson, as Eminem once said. And I think that's that's right, Pete. That's what I think they are ultimately going to have to do is focus on getting that guy, because they missed out on it last year. They said, hey, we want to build our team. Let's not worry about a Justin Fields out there, because they could have gone up there and gotten a Justin Fields. They decided not to, and obviously Chicago Bears did what they did. There's not that dude in this draft class. And so I think that it is all chips in. He's a Richmond, Virginia native. He can play up to that a little bit. Do you think they can actually get him, though?
Well, no, you got to start. You know what you got to do, and I said this to someone in that organization, you better start recruiting Sierra. You better tell Sierra how far it is from a helicopter spot in Mount Vernon, Virginia to New York City, how quickly you can get there. Tell her all about the shopping in Tyson's Corner. Tell her you can help get her a residency at the Kennedy Center or something like that.
Even though,
at the end of, well, if you put enough in front, I mean, Wayne Gretzky got traded. Like, everybody's got a price.
Well, yeah, but you think Pete Carroll
doesn't want to?
No, of course he doesn't.
He's
not
no
going to trade him.
intention.
There's a better option. Go inquire about Matt Ryan. I know they say they're open for business for Matt Ryan. Find a price for Matt Ryan. If you put Matt Ryan on Washington's football team, they are immediately a contender in the division and in the conference. So make a bid to go get Matt Ryan. That's the best
such a bloated
option.
contract.
I mean, that's a $48 million cap hit.
You can finagle it.
Okay, you restructure it just like they kicked the can down the road last year. You're going to kick it again this year. You're going to do it again. And what do you send?
It's a Band-Aid, though. It's a Band-Aid.
It's a couple-year Band-Aid. I get it. But, okay. I mean, what are your other options?
No, it's not good right now. I mean, it's clearly limited.
Will Pickett be there when they pick?
At 11?
With Carolina?
It's not out of the realm of possibility. I would say more likely than not Carolina ends up taking a quarterback because they're in the same situation Washington is. Who are they going to get?
Go inquire about Matt Ryan.
It's interesting if you say that, because we had Arthur Smith yesterday here talking about how to manage short-term and long-term, and Matt Ryan certainly had a lot to do with that.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.